Thank you, Mother, Father, God. Thank you, Archangels and Ascended Masters, for the perfect guidance, perfect clarity, and perfect peace that's here for each of us right now. If we could take in a breath, if we could all say that. Thank you, Mother, Father, God. Thank you, Archangels and Ascended Masters. Thank you to the angelic realm, the elemental realm, our ancestors, spirit guides, and loved ones. Thank you for being with us in this moment right now. So if we could breathe in and recognize the context of that prayer, let's just notice that everything opens up and we're going to focus on the highest possible good. So let's just breathe in and let's let that happen, the highest possible good. That we're not working with middle management, we're working with Mother, Father, God, angels, archangels, guides that you know and love. Let's just breathe in. Let's just very simply say out loud, thank you all for being with me right now. I'm committed to wellness right now. Their wording, I place my body in the vibrational wellness right now. So if we could notice that, whether you are straight up not feeling well, whether you feel wonky, whether realizations are coming through right now, whether you feel fantastic, let's very simply notice this alignment and choice of wellness and to feel the support in conjunction with that and right behind it. If we could feel the angels that you know by name, the guides that you know by name and love, being right here with you in this moment. And if we could feel specifically Saint Germain has been very active of late, if we could notice Saint Germain right in the room with you right now, and him repeating a gesture he made yesterday of moving his cloak, purple cloak, above your head. If we could notice him clearing your energy field, clearing away the energy of other people, and clearing off any heaviness from you. So anything that feels like a weight over your head, let's let him clear that away. And let's indeed let all the fear that's circulating on the planet right now, let's let that fear be neutralized. And let's let love be enhanced. And let's just say out loud, thank you, angels, for neutralizing fear. Thank you, angels, for enhancing love. And making that personal, let's say out loud, I choose to neutralize fear. I choose to embrace love. So let's just take in a breath. And let's indeed just feel like a hand extended to you. Help. And if we could notice what it's like to fully embrace that help, whether or not you feel you need help right now, let's disregard need. And let's very simply notice the extended hand. Let's take the extended hand. Let's release the I'm fine, I'm good. Let's let that go. And let's embrace that hand. There's plenty of help, plenty of love, plenty of peace here right now. Good. Wonderful. So if you could notice yourself right where you are being taken care of, and there being a tremendous amount of help right where you are. And almost like watching the stars in the sky or looking at the moon, if we could notice way, way, way up in outer space, Ashtar, the Ascended Master, friends with Saint Germain and Jesus, and Lady Portia and that whole gang. If we can notice Ashtar watching out over the earth and Archangel Michael standing right with him, and the two of them with great joy singing, placing their voices toward the earth and with the tone and vibration of their voices, to lift off any heaviness from the planet itself. Perhaps they're singing a favorite song of yours, perhaps they're intoning. Let's just notice what's true for you. Perhaps it's Bach. And if we could, in this moment, witness global help and personal help, the personal help in the room where you are, the global help happening right now, all over the earth, in Brazil, in Moscow, in Helsinki, in Seoul, in Sydney, in Perth, in Bangkok, in Mumbai, all over the earth, Paris. So if you could notice love going to every single location that means something to you. Let's say you have family in New York City, or friends there, or in Kansas, or in a neighboring city or neighboring state. Let's notice love going to that location right now, and specifically to people who might be in need. We could feel that love, that help, that lightness, that lift going to anyone who is adjusting to a diagnosis, like Michelle, anyone in need of extra prayers, like Melody. Let's just feel the lightness that is here right now. Lightness in Los Angeles, in Portland, in the Bay Area, all over. And if we could witness that and notice what it's like to witness as you receive, letting those two things happen simultaneously. Good, wonderful. In addition to that, let's notice the Ascended Master Horus, who was has a falcon's head and a man's body. He's an Egyptian figure. If we could just take in a breath and notice Horus being with you right now, just lounging in the space that you're in. And let's notice he's showing that he might show up just as a falcon or a hawk, or with the man's body in a hawk or falcon's head. If we could just breathe and notice that figure with you, if we could just say out loud, "Thank you, Horus, for being with me." And if we could just breathe in. And if we could notice very simply Horus in whatever form he's in to you, placing his bird's head, like his forehead, on your forehead. Feather to skin. Let's very simply, as the hummingbird chimes, let's notice what Horus communicates to you right now. Wonderful. If we could breathe in, and going off with the hummingbird, not sure if you could hear it or not, there's a hummingbird singing outside right where I am. If we could just very simply take a moment with our physical bodies and to open up our hearts, perhaps to sit up. And let's let our hearts be active and visible and engaged. And if we could feel freedom coming to our hearts and from our hearts. If we could take this moment, perhaps with arms up or arms out, if you feel like it. Let's notice what it's like to engage with joy right now. And if we could just say out loud, "I am free. I am free to enjoy life. I am free to love. I freely accept love. And switching gears a bit, if we could feel statements of clarity. I refuse to hold fear. I refuse to hold the fear of others. I refuse to diminish my energy to please others. I am free. I am protected. I am invulnerable. I thrive. Wonderful. If you could notice with everything you just said that out in outer space that Ashtar and Michael heard you. So if we could notice that entire distance being filled with your intention, the circumference of the earth being filled with your intention, your choices, your definitions, the structure that you're in, and all the occupants of the structure that you're in, hearing and feeling your declarations. If we could notice the spiritual state that we don't get into fights, but we could be clear. And it's safe for us to be heard. And it's safe for the angels to take action, safe for the guides to take action. So let's just breathe in. And with repetition, this happened on yesterday during our 5 o'clock call. Saint Germain came forward and placed his cloak on us, and he gave us the cloak. Let's let a duplication of that action happen. Let's right now notice Saint Germain lovingly giving you this very elegant, lovely cloak, perhaps purple, perhaps the perfect color for you. If we could just breathe in and to feel that gesture and to feel the weight of a beautiful object, a beautiful garment. And if we could just breathe in and notice this gift, notice what it's like to wear something precious. So if we could just breathe in and to feel that freedom, to feel that love. And if we could just pay attention to Saint Germain for a moment, if we could notice him acting with and modeling for us complete non-attachment, his generosity in this moment, and him truly giving you fully that cloak. So let's breathe in and let that cloak integrate into your being, it adjusting to your energy field. Wonderful. And Saint Germain, why are you so keen on us having the cloak? If we could just feel not necessity, but he's saying generosity. If we could feel his purpose in this is to for us to accept gifts, for us to accept affection and care and enhancement available to us from a guide like Saint Germain. So if we could just take in a breath and let those things happen, let the acceptance happen. And if we could say out loud to him, thank you, Saint Germain. And if we could let the focus go to you integrating what it's like to have that protection, to have this perfect garment on you, and to notice all the guides acting as one. And as a note from doing this for a long time, they rarely repeat things like that. So let's just take note, not make a big deal about it. Let's just notice that there's an importance to it from their angle, so from Saint Germain's angle. So we'll just take in a breath. And perhaps with the feeling of what it's like to receive a really cool gift, to be thought of, to be considered, to be cared for, to receive generosity, If we could notice all of that, and if we could hear with fresh ears the song that Ashtar and Archangel Michael are singing from outer space to you, toward the planet, to the planet, for humanity, for the birds, for the vibration of the planet, for the sky, for the sea. We could breathe and just hear that tune. And trusting what tune you get. We'll just breathe into all that. Wonderful. Good. And whatever it means to you, if we could notice Horus, the best wording is Horus placing his mark, his imprint, his symbol on the cloak, which might be putting a feather on the cloak. If we could feel in this moment Horus being complete and him taking off. Let's let Archangel Michael be in two places at once. One, watching out over the earth with Ashtar, and two, being right with you, right where you are right now. And if we could notice him having great excitement, great joy, and being here right now, and if we could just breathe in and notice him as he engages with you, as he looks at you, as he talks to you, let's notice him assuring you of perfect protection, perfect clarity, perfect clearing right now. Let's let him do all those things at once as he communicates with you and connects with you. So we'll just breathe into all that. And perhaps with his hands, let's let him adjust the cloak on you. So his fingerprints are on the cloak. Not as a stain, but as an infusion. Angelic energy in the cloak and on the cloak. So almost like a game, if we can notice Archangel Michael encouraging you to put the cloak over your head. So it becomes like a raincoat with a hood. If we could just breathe in, just notice that gesture and what happens when this cloak is over your head. And if we could breathe in and just feel in this moment all dreams being possible, everything being available, miracles, the perfect new dynamics, the perfect moves, the perfect healing, the perfect abundance, the perfect clarity, the perfect safety, your energy field being very much your own, your nervous system relaxing, your perception being clear, stability being present in your life and for all beings, all people, all animals, your presence being honored, perfect grounding right now, you being seen and heard, and in the space of being seen and heard, we get to release this idea that we're lost or invisible. So let's very simply take in a breath. And with wonderful clarity and almost as an answer to Archangel Michael and all that he's doing, if we could say out loud, I'm fully alive right now. I'm fully invested in being alive right now. I celebrate life right now. It is safe for me to be alive. It is safe for me to thrive while being alive. It is safe for me to be a leader in my own life. I meet peace at every turn. I intend peace. I speak of peace. I learn to accept and anticipate peace. I choose to anticipate tomorrow being a peaceful day. I choose to anticipate a peaceful night's sleep. I choose to feel fantastically well right now. Thank you. I want to say one more thing. If we could just notice in the stream of what all that was said, definition, if we could notice what you would like to say, perhaps as an I am statement, as an affirmation. So if we could take in a breath and just filling in the blank, I am, I have, I claim, I celebrate, I am grateful for, and I fully exist right now. Good, wonderful. So if we could just note the bigness of your energy field right now, filling the room, filling the structure that you're in. If we could feel that the Archangel Michael in the room with you, along with Saint Germain, they see you. They know what's up. If we could notice Ashtar and the Archangel Michael, who's in outer space, they see you. They know what's up. If we could feel the goddesses that you know and love, approving of this moment, adding to this moment. So if we could just breathe them and feeling, hearing, seeing, sensing the course of approval from the goddesses for you in this moment. The birds celebrating you. The whales celebrating you, the dolphins jumping with joy for you. Life celebrating you. So we'll just breathe into all that. If we could breathe in, and whatever tone you want to say this in, if we could very simply say out loud, I am alive. I am part of the earth. I advocate for love in my life. I allow ease in my life. I choose to feel good right now. I welcome and celebrate health for all. Wonderful. So we'll just breathe in. And let's feel prayer, the energy of prayer, the openness of prayer, the possibility of prayer. Let's feel you, the angels, Saint Germain, all the goddesses, all the guides, Ashtar and Michael, everyone. Let's feel all the goodness that's here right now. Let's all say out loud, thank you, Mother, Father, God. Thank you, archangels and ascended masters. Thank you, guides and goddesses. I fully celebrate life right now. I revel in our fruitful connections. And I embrace the bigness of love. And I choose to feel magnificently well right now. And with a sense of victory, with a sense of clarity, with an experience of love, we could say out loud to all the goddesses, guides, the angels, and masters, we'll say out loud to them, thank you so much. Thank you for affirming with me. Thank you for being part of my life. Thank you for the brilliance of this moment. Thank you. And with loving clarity and perfect peace, we thank the presence of Mother, Father, God, and all the archangels and ascended masters. We thank as well the angelic realm, the elemental realm, our ancestors, spirit guides, animal guides, and guardian angels. We thank you for this moment right now, this moment of clarity, this moment of peace, the astounding joy that is here, and the fruitfulness of this connection with angels, guides, and goddesses. We celebrate all the good that's here. And we're so grateful for this time as community, as individuals, and connecting and releasing any division between physical and non-physical. We celebrate life right now. And we quite simply and lovingly ask for this or something better right now in all directions of time. And so it is.